Yo, what's poppin', yeah? So we got Death Battle Frieza versus Megatron, Dragon Ball versus Transformers. So yeah, before I start the video, I have chapter slash timestamp, so I'm gonna react to this video fully. But for those who just want to watch the battle portion, go ahead, click the timestamp. Watch my reaction from there. If you guys want to stick with me, stick with me. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, let's go. Let's get it. Let's not waste no more time. I hope you guys are having a good day, by the way. You know what I'm
the
saying?
Dread Emperor from Dragon
I wonder which
Ball.
version of the character is
And
going to use
Megatron,
too.
the Decepticon commander from Transformers.
When these two dictators collide, the cosmos will tremble.
He's Wiz, I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job
What's
to
up,
analyze
Wiz
the weapons,
Boomstick?
armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Ooh, you saw that the
Deep
animation?
in the bowels of outer space lies a monster so cruel, so callous, so evil that the universe itself trembles at his approach. Behold, the
Frieza.
mighty Lord Frieza.
Oh, he's adorable with the horns and that floppy tail and the
Toma, bye, Chris.
genocide. Oh, awesome. And he's laughing. Cool.
Yeah, Connie.
Frieza's diminutive stature and faux gentility were intentionally deceptive and rooted in a surprising place. In response to the Japanese economic bubble at the time, Frieza's design was meant to evoke real estate speculators. Series mangaka Akira Toriyama has described such speculators as the worst sort of people.
Yeah.
Yes, really.
Yeah.
I guess you could say Frieza is more than meets the eye. Oh, wait, shit, that's later.
Much is unknown about Frieza's
Aye.
alien race and heritage, only that he and his
Like
father were
grape
born as
soda.
mutants
That's
with
such a
abnormally high
hate
power
saying
levels.
stuffed animal
Like how Doug said, my blood alcohol level was 0.8 straight out the womb. Frieza was so crazy strong that unlike most Dragon Ball characters who transform to get stronger, Frieza transforms to get weaker. So he doesn't like accidentally nuke a planet, only intentionally.
With his father's empire and army at his beck and call,
Yeah.
Frieza would cross the universe, conquering worlds one by one, and selling them to the highest bidder. Just
Yes.
like real estate speculators.
And if anyone objected, he'd just kill them, their entire family, and everyone they ever knew. Just like real estate speculators. Well, he usually lets his
See the
weird
joke going on?
alien grunts do his dirty work for him. Frieza's not afraid to throw down himself, especially if some spiky-haired space monkeys start getting too uppity for their own good.
Frieza's strength comes
they
from his
say.
innate understanding and manipulation of his own ki, or life energy, which he can use to enhance his physicality or manifest into projectile attacks.
Like his classic death beam, death bow, death wave, death cannon, death saucers. Yeah, I'm sensing
A lot of
something
death,
here.
right?
Frieza can move mountains with his mind, fire laser beams from his eyes, create ki force fields, and he even learned to sense the ki of others through sheer observation alone. He's fast enough to keep up with Goku's ki attacks, which, scaled to the ki he absorbed for a spirit bomb against Kid Buu, could move across the universe in less than a minute. That would be over 17 quadrillion times the speed of light, and he's gotten even
Okay, I
stronger
see
and
what they did.
faster since then.
You know you're a badass
Okay, I
when
see
you
what
can stroll into Planet Vegeta, a planet filled with people whose only higher aspirations involve murder and hair gel, and talk shit like you own the place. And he got so paranoid about one of them getting strong enough to kick his ass that he blew up the friggin' planet.
Considering Planet Vegeta has 10 times the gravity of Earth, this would mean it likely has 10 times the mass and 100 times the energy required to overcome its gravitational binding energy and destroy it. That's over 5.3 Yoda tons of TNT.
And that was in his weakest form. Too bad he kinda missed a spot. Or several, because a bunch of Saiyans survived to fight another day. Space genocide just ain't what it used to be.
This would come back to
Hey,
bite him when he
it'd
was
be like that,
finally
right?
forced to confront the Earthbound Saiyan Kakarot, and accidentally ended up being the reason he turned into the legendary
Super
Super
Saiyajin.
Saiyan.
Like the albino dildo he is, Frieza has
That pace
survived
with
being
this one,
pounded by
resist the
Broly
power
for
of
over an hour straight, crushed by Goku's spirit bomb, and then split in half, consumed by an exploding planet, and left to float in the vacuum of space.
He can survive without the vast majority of his body, though unlike other Dragon Ball villains, he can't heal on his own.
It didn't help him that much after he got his ass sent to hell, but because of that dragon in his balls, he was back at it again.
And with just 4 months worth of training, the first time he'd ever trained in his entire life, Frieza was able to achieve a new transformation capable of
Golden
surpassing the
Frieza.
Super Saiyan, Golden Frieza.
That's a level of laziness I aspire to, Wiz. DeviantArt Frieza here lets him keep up with Super Saiyan
Good
Blue
joke, that was a
Goku
good
and
joke.
Vegeta.
A significantly weaker Super Saiyan God Goku could blow up the whole of Universe 7 in a punch clash with the God of Destruction, Beerus. And the shockwaves of their punches were able to reach the edges of existence in only a few seconds. Over 270 quadrillion times the speed of light. And that is before so many years of power-ups and training between then and now.
Totally crazy, but nothing compared to his newest and greatest form.
A transformation capable of surpassing Goku's Ultra Instinct and Vegeta's Ultra Ego, their peaks at this point. A transformation even stronger than Gas, who was wished to be the strongest in the universe.
He literally said F you to the Dragon Balls. This is Black Frieza.
The all-seeing Oracle Fish had prophesied the coming of the universe's strongest, and perhaps he was talking about Frieza all along.
Come on, give us another prediction. Oh,
So you killed
Frieza,
him,
I
bruh.
think you're gonna die. No, for some
Animal
godforsaken
cruelty at
reason,
its
he
finest.
didn't use his
Insane.
newfound power to kill those pesky Saiyans. They were right there, you moron.
In fact, he once committed the archvillain's greatest sin and teamed up with them to save their universe and beat Jiren, a being comparable to the gods of destruction.
Because no one's allowed to destroy the universe but him.
And that's a promise he means to keep. This almighty emperor will continue to rule the universe with an iron grip and a heart of ice.
Cool job on that. I think they did a solid job in terms of like explaining what Frieza is as a character and what he was inspired by and what he's done in Dragon Ball mythos. But I will say it, like the speed calc that they're using, they definitely lowball the crap out of Frieza, and let's see what happens.
You either die a hero, or you live long enough to see yourself become a
All right,
villain.
let's see what they
Or
do
you
in
live
this
even
Megatron.
longer and become an 80s toy commercial. This is Megatron.
In Cybertron's ancient past,
Oh,
the
they're
planet was
using
ruled by
G1?
the Functionist religious
Okay.
order, which decreed a Transformer's natural-born
So they're not gonna use
mode
Galvatron,
determined
okay.
their role and status in society,
Oh,
rather
so-
than letting them choose for themselves. Born into this repressive caste system, Megatron of Tarn dreamed of something more.
So this giant Hasbro toy robot, only $5.99 at your nearest Rite Aid, wrote a manifesto on peaceful dissent that got popular with the oppressed Cybertronian working class. So much so, in fact, that the Senate tried to have him assassinated. Whoa, politics alert!
After surviving that brush with death, Megatron was convinced that peace could never be an option. The only path left to overthrow the crippling social order was violent revolution.
So were the Autobots originally the bad guys here? Optimus Prime? More like Optimus Crime. Never say that Megatron wasn't committed. The civil war he started between the two groups lasted 9 million fucking years. And again, remember, toy robots.
He was aided in his war efforts by his immensely powerful fusion cannon, a giant laser bazooka that can hit targets from 12 miles away and level a small town in a single shot. These projectiles are so fast, they're able to exit the atmosphere from ground level after only a single second. By scaling the distance of the Earth using the angle of this shot, the fusion cannon's projectile must be moving over 4,200 times the speed of sound.
But like me, the fusion cannon needs a little time to recharge between shots. So Megatron's got some tools to keep the job going. He
I
can
get
close the distance with his Energon mace and block blows with his Energon shield. It helps that Megs literally fought as a gladiator before his stunt as a revolutionary.
Megatron can fire lasers from his eyes and arms, launch buzzsaws strong enough to slice through solid rock, fly through the air, and open up a force field known as a panic bubble.
Now, it might seem like a huge flaw that it lets enemy combatants inside, but that's only until you realize it won't let them back out again. That's when the panic part comes in. Megatron's not trapped in there with you. You're trapped in there with him.
Megatron's Cybertronian body is strong enough to
Same
match
shit,
the
but,
Autobot
you know.
leader Optimus Prime, who can toss around oil tankers weighing hundreds of thousands of tons. And Megatron's metallic hide was tough enough to survive an explosion so massive, it launched the entire planet of Cybertron through space.
By taking a look at Cybertron's mass and how fast it was sent flying to get its overall kinetic energy, Megatron must have survived a blast equal to nearly 4.5 Nina tons of TNT, enough to annihilate annihilate a small star. He can even keep up with Decepticons like Starscream, who can fly across the galaxy from Earth to Cybertron at hundreds of thousands of times the speed of light.
And he wouldn't be a Transformer without being able to transform into various vehicles. A tank, a stealth bomber jet,
And a gun! Just a gun. A Walter B-38, in fact. I'm sorry, Wiz. I know he's this tragic revolutionary corrupted by the cycle of violence or whatever, but that is the funniest shit I have ever seen. What does he have, like his Deceptive buddies point him at people and fire?
Sometimes he can fire himself too.
Oh my god. That looks even sillier.
You may be laughing, but Megatron is no joke. By utilizing space bridge teleportation technology, Megatron can establish a remote link up to a nearby black hole and teleport the antimatter it produces to his location.
Through his eyeballs!
Should matter and antimatter meet, they will be mutually annihilated in a brilliant release of energy defined by E equals mc squared. It doesn't matter how durable the matter is, it will be destroyed at the subatomic level.
As Megatron's war for control of Cybertron dragged on, all of his highfalutin ideals started to fall to the wayside.
In essence, there used to be a point to the war. Now, war was the point. His only goal left was to rule Cybertron with a literal iron fist.
That's where Megatron's greatest weapon came into play. His mind. The dude is a strategic and tactical genius who's always thinking 10 steps ahead.
He's fought powerful Transformers like Grimlock, Predaking, and the Decepticon, a being with the power of an entire evil universe behind it.
He and Optimus have even fought Nova Prime and Regenesis Shockwave, both of whom could utilize the energy of that same universe.
Megatron once sealed himself inside an Omniglobe and commanded 1,000 real-life battles at once, funneling every iota of relevant information into his brain at the same time. The sheer deluge of data would be incomprehensible for anyone without that supercomputer brain.
But all that robot ass-kicking ended up as a draw, and the only true loser was Cybertron.
With the planet in ruins and its civilization extinguished, the Cybertronian Golden Age was long over, and the vanguard of its destruction was Megatron.
Who's now a crusty Saturday morning cartoon villain with a voice that sounds like he smokes 40 packs a day and a hate boner for his boneheaded second in command, Starscream.
After countless millennia of a humiliating stalemate with his Boy Scout rival, Megatron's brilliant mind finally turned inward. He remembered that his early writings advocated for peaceful conversion and free thought instead of domination.
It took you 9 million years to remember why you started fighting in the first place? Would that memory get lost in the cloud?
In what was possibly his most surprising tactical move yet, Megatron saved the universe from annihilation as an Autobot.
What?
He realized that after millions of years of indefinite war, the ideals that he fought for, freedom, justice, equality, had switched sides, and Megatron had to as well.
Turns out there was more to this supervillain than met the eye, because true to his nature, Megatron transformed.
Alright, so I didn't talk about Megatron's portion, but I think they did Megatron portion in terms of like his the lore and the story of Megatron. I think they did it pretty well. They also oh man, they lowballed Megatron. I know anybody who's a Transformer fans, they probably like, what the hell? And then it's clearly they're gonna use G1 Megatron, no Galvatron. So yeah, let's see what happens. But my prediction is Frieza is gonna take this battle. I ain't gonna lie, but let's see what happens.
All right, the combatants are set. We've run the data.
Let's see what happens.
It's time for a death battle!
Look at it. Oh my goodness. I think Devil Artemis did this. So
Greetings, noble warrior of planet Cyber whatever.
Hello, Karibo.
Lord Frieza, claim this world as my own. Cheer for me or face annihilation.
I have fought for my planet for eons. I would rather see it turn to ash than reside in your filthy hands, organic scum.
Organic
I
scum.
love it when they monologue back.
Get him, Frieza. Good shot, Megatron. Artemis. You do.
Pity. I'll have to construct a new mothership from your corpse. What's wrong? Is that clunky robot body too slow to keep up?
My wish should more than suffice, you blithering ponce.
Get up, Frieza. Yup. Crack that neck. Definitely. So block Megatron. Toma. Toma. Telekinesis. Woo!
Where did he go?
Right behind you. Woo! Look at the effect of the laser. Wow. Golden Frieza. That's an Easter egg right there. Yup. Now that's an Easter egg right there. You're fucked, dude.
Well, doesn't this just always happen? I give it 5 minutes.
My planet!
Use the black hole.
The mighty Lord Frieza, ruler of a dying planet. My planet. Where is your army? Where is your ship? So powerful, and yet you will wander the depths of space for eternity. All because of me. What a fool.
You despicable cretinous worm! I'll torture you until your screams can be heard in the vacuum of space!
Die a fool's death.
You will die
Why did I
by
do?
my hand!
You fool!
How did I? Ooh, that's cool. Ooh.
Cybertronians must kill them all.
Wrong again, Frieza. It was actually what?
That was cool. Yo, shout out to Devil Artemis, first of all. We need to give our flowers to that dude because that dude killed. He killed this Blender animation. I believe he used Blender, but he killed this. Shout out to you, Devil Artemis, bro. You did your thing, and yeah, I had a feeling that this whole leading up to this into the battle, it was pretty much Frieza was gonna win. It was how. Alright, let's see the
1 minute
explanation.
and 10 seconds, idiot.
Megatron's ruthless resilience may have netted him a win in some scenarios, but Frieza's overwhelming power gave him a clear edge.
Megatron's ace in the hole was his antimatter, which would have annihilated Frieza's ass no matter how tough it was.
And that was a real possibility. Megatron is a master tactician and manipulator with millions of years of combat experience. Frieza, on the other hand, has always relied on his raw power and intimidation millions of times faster.
And on his smaller size and key force fields, Frieza had more than enough ways to avoid, defend, or survive the antimatter.
So Megatron's only option was power. While Megatron has survived planet-busting explosions,
not only fast and much more powerful, had plenty of defensive counters, vulnerable to antimatter, more experienced, smarter, physically. Okay. And larger size made for bigger target.
and even fought with a being that had the energy of a universe behind it, Golden Frieza was just too much for him, considering he certainly surpassed Goku and Beerus' Punch Clash. Since Universe 7 as a whole should be over 13 times larger than our universe, Frieza's super forms would far exceed Megatron's own power.
And that feat happened at the beginning of Dragon Ball Super. Goku has gotten leagues stronger since then, and Black Frieza is currently beyond him. There was just no way Megatron was strong enough to keep
comment. That's funny.
Megatron was a devious foe,
they screwed
but Frieza's
Megatron
power,
fans.
speed, and sheer survivability allowed him to crush the Decepticon leader underfoot.
I guess you could say Megatron was cool, but Frieza was cooler.
The winner is Frieza.
Thanks for watching, and hey, are you a Death Battle member? We've got a ballot going on right now where members get to choose a matchup for the next season. So click that join button and jump into our Champions Discord.
Makima? Oh, no. 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 Oh, no. Oh, man. Oh, God. No. For the modern anime fans, this is the one. You want to talk about toxic? This is the matchup. You want toxicity? This is the matchup right here. Jesus Christ. Oh, man. Well, well, good luck. Oh, man. But the fight itself, downplay. They downplay the crap out of, especially Megatron. Holy hell. They downplay the crap. Like, they super, when I mean super, I mean super lowball Megatron. They lowball the crap out of Frieza as well. Don't get it twisted. With the whole 13 universe, with the whole Dragon Ball. No, come on now. Both Frieza at this point, including Black Frieza, as of right now, if you include obviously what went on with the anime, and obviously so far the anime showcased more feats in terms of like how stronger the characters are in the anime compared to the manga, from Battle of Gods all the way to the point of Tournament Power. More arc hasn't been animated yet. As this recording, this is October 9th, 2023. More arc, anything from Moral Arc and beyond hasn't been animated in Dragon Ball Super just yet. Knock on wood, hopefully one day, right? But character like Frieza, he easily, in terms of AP, he's in the multiversal range. But Megatron, he scales even higher. Megatron in the comics is insane. Insane. You wouldn't believe how strong these Transformer characters are. They are fucking crazy powerful. Like they all about fighting entities about life and death. Characters like Unicron, for example, he affects the multiverse, and he in the hyperverse, and like there's characters that affects the hyperverse and even like whole plane of existence. Like these Transformer characters are insane. And same thing with Frieza. He's a multiversal character that in the manga, when he became his black form, one shot at Ultra Ego Vegeta and True Ultra Instinct Goku, and characters like both of them. Obviously Goku, he wasn't at his peak. His peak is the silver hair form, but Frieza, he just one tapped them. And he wasn't even going serious. He just one tapped them, boom, bye. And characters like Ultra Ego Vegeta and True Ultra Instinct Goku, they're both multiversal characters. So, and even the speed feats as well for both Frieza and Megatron. Frieza is at bare minimum, super low ball what they showcase, which is massively faster than light. In my opinion, they are around in my opinion, I would say Frieza will be infinite speed, and then Megatron's just scale even higher in the speed feats, in the speed count. But I think in terms of like the battle itself, forget about what the power scaling crap, how the fight was animated. Like I said, you saw me throughout the video giving Devil Artemis his flowers. Oh man, that was just an amazing fight, bro, in terms of like animation wise. And shout out to little Karibo. I sound like little Karibo, so if it is, shout out to him for even voice acting Frieza. I don't know if he did Megatron, but if he did, shout out to him as well. But overall, it's such a cool fight. One of the cooler fights that Death Battle did in terms of like animation wise. But both characters got downplayed, especially Megatron. Especially Megatron. But next fight, Gojo versus Makima. Like I said, toxic. If you want to talk about toxic as fight. So be prepared for that. You know me, I always gonna be reacting to the Death Battle. So you guys let me know down in the comments below your thoughts on my reaction, your thoughts on this Death Battle, Frieza versus Megatron, and what's your opinions on Gojo versus Makima, because to me that's gonna be toxic, super toxic. So yeah, make sure to like the video, subscribe if you're new, and check out my Death Battle playlist. That will be down in the link in the description down below, as well as the end card. So yeah, check that out. I'm out, take care, and stay safe and stay hydrated, y'all. Peace.